Originally, I didn't think it was worth that much. This item sold for more than I thought it would sell for. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. My name is Kevin and we are in the Commonwealth cabin, and just wanted to welcome so many new viewers lately. This channel actually has been growing faster than the Commonwealth Picker channel, which has really never been the case. I guess most people like to watch the garage sales over there on Commonwealth Picker. I don't know, maybe they're more entertaining than me in my shed. But lately there's been tons of new folks coming over to this channel, and I just wanted to say welcome, and hopefully you get to know us a little bit. And in the comments, maybe we can get to know you a little bit as well. I had one item today that sold for, originally, I didn't think it was worth that much. This item sold for more than I thought it would sell for. It's not really that it sold for more than I thought it would sell for. It sold for what I thought it would, but I wasn't sure when I bought it that it was worth as much as it turned out to be worth. I bought it for $1, and it ended up selling for like $43, and I thought maybe we'd make $10 profit on it, and we made quite a bit more than that. And we had some other cool sales today, and a couple of Homeschool Hustler store sales as well. Let's take a look at it. All right, this is like a record in sales for these. I guess because I talked about them a couple days ago. By the way, today's sales will take me like 1/3 of the time to ship out as it did 2 days ago. It seems like everything that was big in my store sold in one day, which is awesome because a lot of big stuff got out of here, but it's a pain in the butt because I had to ship it all in one day. I was in here shipping for over 2 hours 2 nights ago. So this will be pretty, you know, when you sell stuff like this, it's pretty darn easy. So this one sold to a viewer, and then I had 2 more sell to non-viewers. So I sell them in lots of 2, and sometimes I just sell 1 at a time. And I don't make much money off of them, but I did something the other day on the show. I went and did a breakdown, since I had 1,000 of them, of how much money we'd eventually make. I see Reagan out there dancing with the cat. What are you doing? She said she's going to come in here later, but she's trying to get me to love boots a little more than I love boots. So I guess she loves boots. At any rate, this one to a viewer. Let me read what they put. All right, this is going, is it Michelle? Michael? I haven't seen it spelled that way. At any rate, I think it's Michelle. So thank you, and I apologize if it isn't. Thanks, Kevin. Always loved Dr. Demento. Enjoy your channel. I'm actually not familiar with Dr. Demento. I wasn't familiar with it until I got these. But a lot of viewers out there are, and I am thankful that they are because these sell to viewers quite often. So I appreciate it, and you have 2 headed your way. And of course, we'll throw in one of these little stickers as well. A couple people asked about those. Yes, the little stickers I try to put in every single viewer sale. The bigger ones we are actually selling on CommonwealthPicker.com. Reagan wanted to do that. She loves those big stickers, so I said she could do it. The double one sells for $8.95 free shipping, and then the singles sell for $6.71. You know, we paid a penny, so we're making a little under $3 on these right here, and then on the other ones we're making a little over $4, I think, on when we sell the pair at a time. So anyway, we're gonna make some good money on those. All right, I got my Michigan 79 cycle SKU right here. I think that might have came from flipping particles. I can't remember. If it didn't, leave me a comment below if you sent that so I can remember. I wish I had asked everybody to put their name on the back of the plate so I could remember. But this is an interesting one right here. It sold for $10, $9.99. Sold for $10 plus shipping. And it's brand new, I guess. It came in a box. I was at a garage sale. Well, let me tell you what it is. National Wild Turkey Foundation or Federation. I think it's Federation. NWTF. Which I, of course, had never heard of. Matter of fact, I gotta quit. I can't not tell this story every time I do this. So if you're new to the show, I grew up in Southern California. So I grew up in, you know, I tell people that have never been there that it really is just one gigantic city, and the only thing that divides city to city is like a sign. People are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how it is. Anyway, when I moved back here, I was kind of not exactly in my element. And then once I moved back here, I ended up marrying Blue Ridge Mama, and I moved farther out in the country, and I really wasn't in my element. And there were turkeys. I'm like, what in the world? You know, there's a bear. I saw a bear down here the other day. My kids were sitting in the backyard. A bear runs across. I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, all these turtles, or terrapins, I should say, and all this wildlife, and I was a little out of my element. So it's Thanksgiving morning geez, it has to be probably 10 years ago now. And I look out my window and I see a turkey. I'm like, oh, look at that, a turkey on Thanksgiving morning. And not more than 30 seconds later, I just see this train of turkeys coming out of the woods. There were 19 turkeys in my backyard. And I told my wife, I said, they must know that I'm the only city boy who won't shoot them. So they all came to my backyard. Anyway, uh-oh, my phone's ringing. All right, I have, now that I'm back at school, you know, I put my phone on silent mode, but the kids aren't back at school. We're teaching remotely right now. And so I've been keeping it on lately. Anyway, this is from 1999. I got this at a sale, and it was a box full of hats. And there was like 7 or 8 of these in there and a bunch of other hats. And I'm like, how much you want on your hats? And they're like, I don't even remember what they said, $2 a piece or $1 a piece or something like that. And I was hoping they'd say a lot so I wouldn't even fuss with them because, you know, they weren't going to be amazing hats. And I ended up buying a whole ton of other stuff at that sale. And I said, you know, I think I'm going to pass on the hats. And then I kept buying and buying. And as I walked away, the lady came behind me and said, here, just take these hats. I'm like, okay. And so I ended up getting rid of most of them, redonating somewhere, I can't remember. But I kept these gobbler hats and listed them all. I've sold a few. I still have a few left. This one sold for $10 plus shipping. All right, here is something I bought at a sale just last week. And there's some sunglasses. They're Steve Madden sunglasses, so they're not, you know, I didn't pick them up and think, oh, I'm going to get rich off of these. But I did pick them up, and I remembered my wife saying she couldn't find her glasses. And I'm like, well, I know they'll sell for 10, 12 bucks. And if Blue Ridge Mama wants them, I'll give them to her. Well, I took them to her, and she's like, what, are you kidding me? Do you think these look like me? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what looks like you. So anyway, I took them down here, and I listed them. Paid $2 for them. Sold them for $10. So, you know, we'll make $6, $7 on them. Had a nice little pouch with it. Sold pretty quick. Listed them yesterday. All right, here's the item I did not think was going to be worth as much as it was. I've sold in living color stuff before, and I've made pretty decent money off it. So I knew when I saw it that I was going to pick it up. I think it's on the sale that we just didn't. No, it's not. It's the one I just edited. It'll be out here fairly quickly. And they were selling stuff off pretty darn cheap. And this was, they wanted a dollar for DVDs. And so I started looking through there, and I went and I asked them, like, you know, is this $1 or is this $3? And then they had a bunch of other stuff there that was similar, you know, sets. And they're like, no, it's $1. I'm like, okay. So I started to look for the sets, the TV series and things like that. And I knew in living color stuff sold because I've made decent money. But when I brought it home, I looked it up. I'm like, you know what? This thing's, you know, some people have these listed for $60. This is just one season, season 5. And the whole thing, you know, if you had all the seasons, $150, $160, $175 used. I'm like, wow, I'm going to have to definitely look out for this stuff a little bit more than I have been. And, you know, a lot of times series like this, if they're on Hulu or on Netflix or something like that, they don't have much value. But I bet you, and I shouldn't say this because I don't really know, I bet you can't find this on any of the major streaming services, which is why this is as valuable as it is. And there's probably a couple reasons for it, but one of the reasons is this is a little bit off color, no pun intended. These days, there's a lot of stuff back in these skits that today probably wouldn't fly quite as well as they flew back there. And people like to go back and watch some of the Jim Carrey skits. And I remember my dad watching it and my mom not being happy he watched it, if I recall. And if you're out there listening, Pop, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, $43 on this one. So, you know, we're going to make like $34 profit on this one after fees, after shipping, and after the dollar cost, which is pretty good for a used set of 3 DVDs. So I love selling stuff like this. Don't go out and buy every single DVD set and series. They're just not all worth money. But this one definitely is. All right, I have to pick up one more here, and it is a remote. And it is a remote that I bought. Let me show you the SKU here. It's the Wisconsin SKU. Let me grab it and just do it here because I only have one hand. And I just put all my remotes in this little tub, and we had a bunch of them. We have sold a bunch off. But I think it's this Sony. Is there any other Sony in here? It's going to have to be this one. This one I picked up at a sale, and it was in a free bucket, a free bin. And it was a sale that was just completely picked over. Matter of fact, if you watched the episode 2 days ago, Arcade Treasure Center bought the Jägermeister shot glass. It was that sale. And I bought that shot glass for $1 and it sold for $15 plus shipping. And then I bought this. Actually, I didn't buy it. It was free in a free bin. And I love looking through those free bins. Tell me something in the comments here, y'all. I'm always curious. What is the best thing you've ever got out of a free bin? I don't mean a free item that somebody gave you or something, but actually out of a bin that says free or a box that says free at a garage sale. Give me your best item ever found. I'd have to think about that for a second. But this one right here, actually, I think I know what it is. It was Dungeons and Dragons figures out of a free box. There's 2 or 3 of them down at the bottom. Anyway, this one sold for $20, $20. And I had somebody say they really enjoyed, they're new to reselling. Actually, they want to resell, but they haven't started. And the breakdown of the profit was helpful the other day. So I'm going to do that really quickly. All right, I did it in advance. Hopefully you can see this. Sony remote. Cost $0. So I got $20, came in to PayPal or wherever it's going these days. And cost was nothing, so we still have $20. $3 in fees. That's my 15%. It's not quite 15%, but you know what? There's cost involved in all kinds of costs, whether it's procuring the item and gasoline, or whether it's or whether it's electricity, or whether it's the envelope I got to put this thing in to ship it, or whatever it is. So I just put 15%. Plus, I don't really do math really well. And who wants to do, 12.38 or whatever the heck it is? So I just do 15%, and then shipping on this will be $3.09. It's $13.91 profit if you sell something for $20. Hey, there's an item inside that sold from the Exact Change sale, and we had one the other day sale. I think those pipes. And somebody said they couldn't find it on the Commonwealth Flipper channel. I said it's because it's on the Commonwealth Picker channel. And so let me show it to you real quick on this one before we head in there and do that. All right, so there it is. It's called, I call it the Exact Change, but it's the Exact Change only at this garage sale. And there's the thumbnail, so you can take a look. It looks like about a month ago, and we're keeping track of that one. All right, next thing really quick before we go inside is somebody sent me a gift, and this is a plate that I had just told somebody. I was watching Harry Tornado show the other day, and somebody asked me a question. And the question was, do you have that Maryland plate yet? And I said, no, we don't. And then I immediately came home today, and there was a Maryland plate in here. So I feel bad. So if you're hearing this out there and you were getting me a Maryland plate, I still would love to have a Maryland plate. I put up every plate that somebody gives me. It's going to find a home in here somewhere. Whether that's on the ceiling back there or a rafter or something. It might not be a skew, but it'll be put up somewhere, I promise. All right, so here's the plate, the War of 1812, which of course, I don't want to bore y'all with history, but I can't help it. So this is, what is it, Fort McHenry, I think. Yep, I've been there a few times. I'm not a U.S. history guy, but I'm a world history guy, but I still know and love American history. So Star Spangled Banner, 200.org. So this must have been, I think the Star Spangled Banner, it wasn't in the War of 1812. It was written about the War of 1812, but it was written, I think, a year later. Maybe 2. I don't remember. But either way, this plate would have come from 2012 or 13 or 14, so I'm not quite sure. But of course, you'll see the Star Spangled Banner. This is, the War of 1812 is like the Empire Strikes Back, sort of. That's the way America viewed it, although Britain kind of viewed it as a part of the Napoleonic Wars. And it has all kinds of implications. It's a great story. And Michael sent us this. And he says, for you is a War of 1812 Maryland license plate. Even though I live in Tallahassee, Florida, I grew up in Maryland. I found this Maryland state license plate at my local thrift store in Tallahassee. I hope this can complete your 50 state license plate display in your eBay cabin. Thanks for the informative videos, Michael. So thank you so much. It does not complete it. I think we have Delaware left and DC. I don't know if we're going to get into territories and all that stuff, but I think we still have Delaware left, but I think that's it. So I am just unbelievably flattered by all the kindness and so happy. And I would have never thought in a million years that we would have ever got to this point, and it has happened so quick. So I appreciate it, and we will have to find a place to make this its own SKU if we can. Love the plate. If we can't, I might put it up here because I like to put those red, white, and blue colored ones up here too. That Texas one got over here, by the way. We've got a space right there we can put something. But I think that's interesting that you live in Florida. There's all kinds of great stories that come out of this. There was really no losers in this as far as the outcome. There was nothing really majorly different. It actually brought the United States and Great Britain eventually closer together in the whole process, which I think turned out to be a good thing. The major losers, you might say, are Native Americans in this situation because of the displacement. And in Florida used to be much bigger than it was, and of course in 1812 it wasn't even part of the United States. But the western parts of the Florida territory were still controlled by Spain, and after the war, they are going to be controlled by the United States. The rest of Spain doesn't become part of the United States for a few years, but what they used to call West Florida is actually now southern Mississippi, I think, and Alabama. And so some great stories come out of there as the United States acquires more territory. So anyways, interesting story. And thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Sorry for you folks if I bored you. I should have warned you and told you to skip ahead a minute. So let's head on into the eBay cave. Take a look. Hey, I just realized I'm a bad history teacher. I didn't give you any context. So if you don't want to hear the history, turn it off for about 15 seconds. The context is Britain wasn't trying to retake over the United States. What it was trying to do was defeat Napoleon, and the United States wanted to sell munitions and goods to everybody. We wanted to sell to the Brits. We wanted to sell to Napoleon. We just want to make some money, and Britain said nope and put a blockade on, and we were breaking the blockade. And so that made us part of the theater of the Napoleonic Wars, although we didn't view that because we can rally our own people with the idea that, hey, we have to defend the homeland from the empire striking back. So there's the context for that war. Plus, there's some great songs, if you're a Johnny Horton fan, Battle of New Orleans. So, all right, I'm done with history. Let's take a look at what's sold. All right, I had Joe Tuna Goods here. Charles, Joe Tuna Goods on eBay. Made a purchase from us, and we really do appreciate it. So I think initially this was like $82 worth of stuff, and we did a couple of deals here, and we got it down, I think, to around $57 plus shipping, or no, $57 plus tax, so $57 free shipping, $57.81. This hat I had listed, I think, for $50 just for this hat alone. It is a great looking hat, and it is new. This one came from the exact change sale. So we added that one onto that total out there. I can't remember where we're at now. Maybe $792? $772? I can't remember. Something like that for that exact change sale. But this one came in that lot. It's a cool looking hat. Just the colors just scream 90s. And it says Arena Club, which means that this is limited. Only people who sat up in the Arena Club were able to get this one. It has the cool Charlotte Hornet on it, and it was it's new era, but you can kind of tell by the tag. And then of course it says made in the USA. It is used, but it's in pretty darn good shape for being used. Have it listed on Depop as well, and there was some interest there. So you got a good hat, and if you list this and wait long enough, you might be able to pay for everything just by selling this hat. This hat is cool. It's signed by Rusty Wallace. It's hard to verify these things, but my guess is it's pretty legit. But it's a cool hat regardless. And I just pick up, anytime it looks like it's from the 90s, I usually pick it up. So, MGD, Rusty Wallace autographed hat. And then, of course, an Enaman, and he asks for a Misfit Enaman. He says, Enaman to the rescue. Oh, do you have a favorite chicken yet? I don't. To be honest with you, I don't even know the chickens' names. I know that they were from Sleeping Beauty and Flora and Fauna, and I don't know. They got rid of the rooster one that they didn't think was a rooster. I don't know what they've kept, what they've got rid of. She's named all the other new chicks, and I can't remember any of their names either, so we'll have to ask Reagan exactly what that is. So Joe, or it's not Joe, it's Charles. Joe Tuna, but it's Charles. So we appreciate it, and we hope this guy gets things moving out of your store. We appreciate it. All right, LU shirt. I usually pick these up for 50 cents, sell them for around $10, $11. This one sold for $10.50. Free shipping, so it's it's gonna be around a $5 profit is all, and it is what it is. I sell maybe 15 to 20 of these almost identical every single year, but the small sizes are always harder to sell. Two more Enaman going out, one going out to Sarah, one going out to Nathan, so we appreciate it. Hey, that reminds me, I was putting these up. Somebody asked about the socks. So if you've been around my channel for a while, they came from Tesla Picker. So I said I'd show them in a video if you kept watching, so there it is. Hey, this is an Orvis Cashmere cotton, so it's a blend. It's 15% cashmere. That makes me want to talk about history too, talking about cashmere. But I'm going to wait, and we'll maybe do that another day. Anyway, Orvis, great brand. It doesn't sell quite as well as it used to, but cashmere v-neck. It's been in the store a long time, but it sold for $25. It was a Goodwill buy, $3.99. So, you know, that's about a $13 profit. I think it's light, but I think worst case scenario, it'll be $7.52, and we'll put it in a padded flat rate envelope. But I think cashmere pretty light. I think it's going to stay under 16 ounces, so pretty good little profit. Let's go back into the eBay cave. 2 sales from the Homeschool Hustlers, I think. And I think we've got Reagan today, too. But as always, I'm going to say goodbye from in here, and we can't wait to see you next time. All right, we have Reagan. She is off of gymnastics today. What is that thing?
Ornament?
It is.
Cowboys.
Your favorite team, the Cowboys, right? Who's your favorite team?
Green Bay.
Green Bay Packers. Why?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. It's because it's Blue Ridge Mamas.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's secretly because she thought that Brett Favre was handsome back in the day. I think that's why she likes him. Either that or growing up a Redskins fan, they always lost, so she said forget it. I don't know. Anyways, Cowboys. I bought this for $2, and it sold for $8+ shipping, so it is not a very big profit. And I think I did that one. I don't think you listed that one at all. I bought that sock monkey over there, Reagan. Would you look at the tag for me? It should say Dandy on it. Does it say Dandy?
Yeah.
I often buy those Dandy ones. They sometimes have some decent resale value. And it sold for $14.60. So not a lot, but it will go out first class. And I paid 50 cents. So it's probably around I don't know, let's say $8 profit on that one. Maybe a little less, $7.50 to $8, something like that. So you get $1 too?
Spend $1 to save and $1 to donate.
Oh, and I forgot. I put it back here. I just saw it. So Matthew bought number 7 from you.
7.
Yep, number 7. And he donated $20 to the charity that we mentioned the other day, the American Trucking Historical Society. I think that's right. And we did that in honor of a viewer and to a viewer's little organization. So thank you for that, Reagan. That's awesome. And thank you, Matthew. Oh, yeah, and Beth. I think Beth bought a sticker, too. Yep, from your store. You want to plug your store?
Make sure to go get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
All right, baby. Thank you. I'll see you next time.
Bye.